The first quarter is over, and understanding this Dubai real estate market has not become any easier. To be frank, most of the clients who book a call in my calendar, the link is in the first comment of this video, says that after speaking to a broker, they are just more confused than what they were to start off with. And if you are in the same position, I'm going to attempt to simplify the real-time market data, reflecting on the transactions, the volume, the sales value in quarter one of 2024, and give you so much information that you don't even need to speak to me. But if you feel the need, again, there's a link in the comment section that takes you directly to my calendar. Book a meeting for 30 minutes and let's get into it. So the word on the street was that there is going to be a correction or a downturn this year. And in today's video, we're going to look at the stats of quarter one 2024 and compare those statistics to quarter one of 2023 to see if it's true. Has it trickled down a little bit, or is it still heading into an upward trajectory? A few more things that you can expect from this video today is looking at which are the top 5 best performing locations for the first quarter of 2024. Then dive a little deeper into unit specifics, looking at the statistics over the entire year of 2023 to discover which units should you be investing in if you're looking for a solid rental income. And after this data-driven video, you should be better informed and have a better sense of direction and hopefully less confused than what you were to start off with. I want to thank DXB Interact, which is a publicly accessible domain that you and I can go on and look at the real estate market transparently. One of my clients actually saw DXB Interact and then posted on Twitter and then sent me the link saying, Dubai real estate is basically on blockchain. You can see what has transacted, when it transacted, how many times it transacted, how much it transacted for, and that's all thanks to the intuitive platform that DXB Interact has given you and me access to. And then finally, also Property Monitor. It is a paid subscription that gives us a few deeper layers into the data of the Dubai real estate market, where we are going to uncover what happened in the rental market in 2023. So stick around as we just dive into that right now. So what you're seeing on the screen right now is the Dubai real estate market overview for the first quarter of 2024. And the big number right in front of us is 36,506 transactions. And it shows us that that volume has increased by 17.5% when we compare that to the first quarter of 2023. And then they also break that down into where those transactions happened. And we see that apartments account for 28,739 out of this 36,506 transactions. And it also shows us that that volume has increased by 24.7% compared to the same period last year. Interestingly, when we are looking at the villas, and the villas would be townhouses as well. The villas and townhouses account for 3,910 out of the 36,000. And that actually went down in volume for the first quarter by 9.4%, nearly 10% less villas and townhouses sold versus the same period last year. Then we're looking at the top 5 performing areas for the first quarter of 2024. First up, we've got JVC, and it comes as no surprise that JVC is one of the locations that come up in our conversations with our clients in almost every meeting because of the entry points in terms of pricing, the amount of transactions in the resale market. It has been in the top 5 for every single month for the last 3 years that I've been in this market. So that's JVC. Then we're looking at Business Bay, which has a lot of potential still going forward because there is a lot of development happening and there are many plots to develop on, and there's lots of plans to expand that location even further, and there's other variables that influence why this location will continue to be in the top 5 for the foreseeable future. Then we're also looking at Madinat Dubai Al Mayana. I struggle to pronounce that every single time, but that is closer to the Dubai Maritime, Dubai Islands, the Deira location. A lot of transactions have happened because of Rashid Yachts and Marina. So these are also registrations that happened in this location. Then, as no surprise, Dubai Marina, notoriously known for its rentability, and it's one of the locations where a lot of people start their journey in Dubai. There's also a lot of supply because it's a mature community. So if you purchase a property there to rent out, you would do really well with that. And then also Al Makarda, I think that's how you pronounce it. Let me know in the comments if that's not how you pronounce it. I don't know how you'll let me know how to, but let me know if I'm wrong. And that is MBR City. That is right next to downtown. A lot of transactions, District 1 West, a lot of villa transactions happened in that location with Nikhil registering those sales that they did over the last couple of months. Also in that location, Katura, Reserve, Mag, big locations, big developers developing in that space. This is quite interesting to me. I always enjoy looking at this to see where the volume is happening. So property sales by price range. So 31% of the market is 1 million and below. 31% of the market is between 1 and 2 million. And then we've got the 17% between the 2 and 3 million mark. 12% between 3 and 5. So if I look at these statistics, if I was in the market to maybe purchase a property and get out quicker, I'll probably buy where there is a higher transaction volume month to month, and have a look at these statistics just to see if the decision that I'm going to make to invest for that purpose is going to pay off. And that's what this sort of statistic helps me with as a broker giving advice. Then we're going to slide all the way down to mortgages. So in the first quarter, there has been a 3% drop. So minus 3% in the amount of, or the number of mortgages versus the same quarter in 2024. However, the value of mortgages have increased by 52%. An interesting stat to look at is the top 5 projects with the most expensive apartments sold. Number 1 is 140 million dirham apartment in the Bulgari Lighthouse. Incredible, 140 million. It's worth every single penny. Casa Canal, extremely extravagant project, another 140 million. Number 3, we've got a 96 million dirham purchase in Como Residence, which is known as the Burj Khalifa of Palm Jumeirah. Then we're looking at Orla by Omniat, worth every single penny because the quality for Omniat is proven time and time again, and their brand association and their appreciation. I'm actually going to do a video to show you how these luxury projects appreciate. It is astronomical and unbelievable. And then Orla Infinity, again, another Omniat. So they've got market share. They got predominant market share in the most expensive apartments sold in Dubai in the first quarter. The top 5 areas for most expensive villas sold: MBR City, the World Islands, Palm Jumeirah, Wadi Al Safa, and Jumeirah Golf Estate. Now, the next one is a very interesting stat to me. The average price per square, the average apartment price in the top 10 areas. So we've got JVC up there again, Business Bay, Dubai Maritime City. We've got that's a lot of off-plan. Burj Khalifa, the district, Jumeirah Lake Towers, JLT, Dubai Marina, Arjan, a lot of tailwind behind it. I always talk about Arjan. Dubai Hills, very sophisticated, amazing location to live in as a family. Maidan 1, also again a great location. And Dubai Sport City, which is surprising. Average apartments for the top 10 areas in Dubai. Now that was the market update. Thank you DXB Interact for giving us access to information that is so valuable. That gives us an indication of where we should be looking at investing next. We can always connect the dots looking backwards and then say, I feel comfortable with this trajectory. Let's look at X, Y, Z for me. Again, if that's something that you wanted to discuss one-on-one, there's a link in the first comment of this video. Click on it, book a meeting for 30 minutes. Let's jump into deeper layers and go onto Property Monitor. I'll share my screen with you in just a second so that we can look at the rental transactions over the 2023 year period to see what has performed better. Studios, 1 beds, 2 beds, or 3 beds. And then we'll look at a few locations, maybe a few of locations that I've spoken about to see which ones perform better. Where should we be looking at investing? So we're going to dive into this Dubai rental analysis on the screen right now. So this is Property Monitor paid subscription. And we're looking at the entire Dubai to start off with. Rental contracts, 2023, the complete year. And then all new contracts. And what we see here under the apartments in 2023, 185,040 new contracts were done in Dubai. And an interesting stat showing us from the 1st of January 2023, the total rent per room. So we're looking at studios and the studios accumulative over this period. The total rent was 1.3 billion dirham, and we're looking at 38,000 contracts. And then for 1 bedrooms, we're looking at 74,000 contracts for this period, and 2 bedrooms, 49,000 contracts. Looking at the rent price mix in the city over that period, the rental contracts starting from 0 to 50,000 for the year, accounted for 49.4% of the total contracts for that period. Then contracts between 50,000 and 80,000, 29% contributed to the total that was rented in that same period. And then between 80 and 120,000, 12.6% accounted for the total that was accumulated over that period. Now let's look at JVC, Jumeirah Village Circle, and break it down into more relevance for us. So in JVC, for the period of 2023 complete new contracts, there were 10,178 contracts done. Let's break it down again into the rent price mix. 0 to 50,000 per year, 43% of the market in JVC. Between 50 and 80,000 for the year, 43.5% of the market. But let's look at it a little bit deeper. Something really interesting to me. The total rent per bedroom. If we're looking at the number of contracts, we're looking at studios, 2,997. If we're looking at 1 bedrooms, 5,262 contracts, and 2 bedrooms, 1,588. So based on this information here, it is clear that studios and 1 bedrooms are most sought after in a community like JVC. Now let's jump to another community called Dubai Hills. So according to the Property Monitor Dubai rental analysis in Dubai Hills Estate for the 2023 period, new contracts, 1,700 in total. And interestingly, the rent mix looks completely different in this location. It's quite a spread because of what's available and because of the type of community that this is. It's a master community by Emaar. It's a very controlled community. And let's dive into it. And then we're looking at between 50 and 80,000 for the year. So there's a 20% market share for that. Between 80 and 120, a 37.8% market share. And then between 120 to 160 is a 19.6% market share, which is quite a healthy market share for that sort of price range. Again, that community leans itself out to achieving high rents. Between 160 to 200,000, again 12.7%, and over greater than 200,000, 7.4%. And this is just for apartments. Looking at the total rent per bedroom, studios, 1 beds, 2 beds, 3 beds, which performed the best in this location? Studios, there's not studios available in Dubai Hills estate. So 1 bedrooms, 761 contracts, 2 bedrooms, 699 contracts, and 3 bedrooms, 160. So the prevailing two is the ones that have the most availability is 1 beds, and then 2 beds in second place, and then of course 3 beds will naturally follow. This is just a Q1 review. It's 3 months out of 12. A lot can still happen in this marketplace, but as you can see, and from previous videos and information that I have shared with you, the market is in a healthy condition. And if we look at the construction that's happening, the amount of people moving to the city, over 25,000 people registered as residents in the first quarter of 2024, which is a tremendous amount. So much so that they actually publicized it. So there's a good indication of a very healthy and strong market moving forward. I have given you the information on a most frequently asked question: what should I invest in? When we look at particular areas, we dove into 3 areas: JVC, Dubai Hills Estate, and Marina. And the information is quite clear for the entire year of 2023. Which of these units actually won the race, and where should you be leaning more towards investing if that was your investment prerogative to invest and rent out? I'm your real estate mate from Elite Property. Thank you so much for watching this video. There's a link in the first comment to book a call with me to run through a personal use case. If that is what you want to do, go ahead and book that meeting with me, and I'll see you on the next video.